good? What is good? We got the playoffs. Playoffs started today. I hope you guys are all excited, just like I am. Man, I am stoked. Playoffs finally have started. We had two games today. We're gonna go over the Canes and the Islanders right now, and dive a little bit into this one. This one, kind of like I predicted, it was kind of for me, it was kind of a sluggish start for both teams. And then the Canes finally caught on and started doing their thing. So we're gonna jump into it a little bit here. So let's do that thing. All right. Now, like I said, this series to me, it was kind of like the lackluster series for me, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't think the star power is there for the Islanders. They proved me wrong a little bit today. It was more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be they were just going to get rolled pretty much. But shockingly enough, both teams came into the game. It didn't seem like a playoff game, like right at first. The intensity wasn't really there. Granted, we just started, so I'm sure this is all going to ramp up. Give it time. It didn't take very long for it to ramp up at all. But yeah, first period, we got 2 goals in this period. Evgeny Kuznetsov buried one pretty damn early. The first power play, the Islanders have a pretty crap penalty kill. Everyone knows this. It's like the worst penalty kill in the league. But I do want to point out this goal because the placement of this goal is insane. I know he was throwing it towards the net. I'm not sure if he was intentionally putting it in where he put it. But we're going to look at it really quick and I'll let you guys see it for yourself if you haven't seen it yet. So here we go. From the dot. Now, granted, there's a screen in front of the goalie here, but just look at where the shot goes. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's top corn as best as you can get it. Now, he should have been hugging the post, but again, he didn't really know the shot was coming, I guess, all that quick. I mean, it was a very quick shot. Beautiful goal. Can't say much more about that. I mean, you can't place it any better than that. I mean, that's pure, like, top-notch stuff right there. We're just going to look at it in full time one more time, just without me slowing it down. Obviously, yeah, there's a shot from behind the net, but this thing was a beauty. Again, first power play of the game. I think it was 13 seconds into the power play, and Kuznetsov buried it. So yeah, absolute dime piece of a shot. And then, the Islanders eventually tied it up with Kyle McLean. I think that was his first ever playoff goal. Kind of a weird one. Freddie Anderson made the save, but it kind of looked like he lost the puck, or he lost where he was in the net, or he was off balance, or I don't know. It looked very weird. It didn't look like it looked like a typical save, but something happened. Like his body moved, and he just, I don't know, he lost it. The puck eventually squared it out, and Kyle McLean was there to bury it. And for me personally, this game wasn't super entertaining for the first 2 periods. It didn't feel like a playoff game right from the get. Usually, as we get more into the playoffs and the intensity picks up and the skill set just kind of keeps just ramping up throughout the whole series, it didn't feel like that right out of the gate. And, for good reason. It's just starting. So I'm not going to hold these teams again to it right now. But eventually the Canes found their game in the third period. The Canes didn't look like the Canes, like the typical Canes we're used to seeing in the playoffs or even the middle of the season. Not until the third period, things started opening up a little bit for them, and they started really putting in the work and basically doing their thing. They didn't have a crazy amount of shots on goal, 26 compared to Islanders 34. But one thing that was very evident in the game, and you'll see it right here, is the number of block shots. I think this is where a lot of this skill set imbalance is going to pay off for the Islanders if the Islanders walk away from this. They were stepping in shooting lanes pretty much every time there was a shot getting ready to go off. It was one of the bigger talking points for the commentators today was the amount of block shots. It just was very evident. Now, if let's say half of these shots got on, then we're talking more about an even game between these two as far as shots on goal. And given the star power, who's taking these shots. You just saw Kuznetsov bury that thing in a beautiful spot. It's very likely some of these things would have went in. So block shots are definitely going to be helping the Islanders in this case, in this situation, in this series. If they can keep doing what they're doing now, they really need to find just like 1 or 2 goals here and there in the series. And I think it's going to be more of an even match series than what I anticipated. But again, it's only game 1. The Hurricanes found their game in the third period. If not the Islanders, but if the Hurricanes continue on that pace that they had in the third period going forward from the start, from every game here on out, I think the Islanders are going to be toast. Islanders, blocking shots is only going to get you so far. Freddie Anderson did play great today. That was the other talking point today. Makes 33 saves. He made one beautiful save today. He actually made a couple, but like the one highlight goal or highlight save is out there. Now, I've had my opinions on Freddie Anderson. He has been playing great since he came back, but I've watched Freddie Anderson play in the playoffs enough with the Maple Leafs. Granted, it's the Maple Leafs. And I've never been a real believer of Freddie Anderson in the playoffs. He could prove me wrong this year with this series, but going forward in the next series, if they play who I think he's going to play, the Hurricanes are going to be, I wouldn't say in big trouble, but it's going to be interesting. Next game is on the 22nd, which is Monday. I expect a little bit more of the same. Like I said, I'm talking about if the Hurricanes can get their game going like they had in the third period from the jump. I think this is going to be a very short-lived series for the Islanders. The Islanders, they didn't have any power plays today. Their penalty kill, we know, is atrocious since the beginning of the year, or since pretty much the middle of the year. So they're going to have to tighten that up a little bit here and there. They're going to have to tighten it up all the way around. But, yeah, for me, again, it was kind of like a kind of overall boring game up until the third period. Again, my prediction still holds the same. I think the Hurricanes, like I said, I think both teams are just filling each other out at the beginning of the game. And once they kind of figured out what was happening or what the rhythm was going to be for the game, it wasn't overall like super physical. The Islanders had 17 hits, the Hurricanes had 23 compared to the later game of the day. It wasn't overall like super physical. I do kind of anticipate the hitting to pick up from the Islanders side because if the Hurricanes are getting this many shots and this many shot blocks, they're just going to keep piling it on. And then, the only way to really slow that down is to start finishing your checks. Every single player needs to finish their checks. But yeah, that's really about it. Game 1's in the books. Like I said, they play again on Monday, so we'll see how it goes then. Until then, I will talk to you guys later. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you got digging the setup or what. Let me know. Like I said, I will see you guys in the next one. See you.